Welcome back to another video. My name is Michael. I'm the founder of Buffalo Performance and Analysis, where we combine sports science, strength and conditioning, and sports performance to give coaches the tools necessary to build the next level of elite athletes. In the dashboard that we're taking a look at today, we're going to go into some EMG data. The EMG data that we're going to look at is data that we collected as part of my biomechanics class for my master's program at UTSA. So we'll take a look at the max voluntary contraction, the EMG data that we gathered from that, as well as trial data, and then the normalized data from that. I'll go a little bit more in depth as we take a look at it, and then after that we'll have a chance to look at the raw data that we collected as part of this lab. Starting off, we see the max voluntary contraction at the top left. Now this is the already smooth data. So what that means is that when we get the raw data, there's what's called a lot of noise. EMG data is very sensitive, but when we are able to smooth the data, we're able to take a moving average of that, and we're able to take away some of that external noise to get a more accurate look at the muscle activity. So the max voluntary contraction, just like it says in the text box, is max force production. We had a subject with EMG sensors on the calves producing maximum force as they were trying to plantar flex their foot. This gave us the max voluntary contraction data. From there, we rectified the data and then smoothed the data, and that's what you're seeing here. So the purpose of max voluntary contraction, or MVC as it's called, is that it's going to allow for normalization of later data. So what we're going to take a look at is the trial data is a dynamic movement of the calf. And then we're able to normalize it and see how much in that trial, in that dynamic test trial, how much as a percentage, how much muscle activation are we getting out of it. Again, like I already said, by using the smooth data, we're able to remove any outliers and get a better look at the muscle activity. Taking a look at the bottom chart, we're able to see the trial data, which is the dynamic activity of the calf muscle during plantar flexion. Again, we're looking at smooth data, which means that we've taken the raw data, we've rectified it, and then we've smoothed it. Again, smoothing is about a 25 frame moving average that allows for better analysis, and it allows for the reduction of noise and a reduction of the outlier data. This gives a really great look at the accurate amount of muscle activity during the dynamic trial. Once we have the trial data and once we have the max voluntary contraction data, we're able to normalize that data. When looking at the normalized EMG data by frame, what we're taking a look at is a comparison of the dynamic trial data compared to the MVC data and representing that data as a percentage. In other words, what percentage of calf muscle was used during the dynamic trial compared to the MVC. As we can see from the data, it starts at about 30%, peaks well above 45%, and then over time starts to trickle down. By utilizing normalized data, we're able to get the best of both worlds. By using the smooth data from the trials and the MVC, as well as removing the outliers and the noise, we're able to get an accurate look of how much muscle activity is being used during the dynamic trials. Now let's go and take a look at some of the raw data that we used and collected for this study. What we're taking a look at here is some of the Mvc Raw data that we collected for the EMG study. We have the frame, the time, the filtered data in microvolts, the rectified data, and then the smooth data. The filtered data is just the raw data that comes straight from the EMG sensors. As we can see in the first filtered graph, it's very hard to read and analyze. So what we do is we rectify the data. In other words, we take the absolute value of the data. As we can see in the filtered data, we have positive and negative data points. So by rectifying the data, by making them all positive values, it gives us a little bit of an easier look at the data. From there, to smooth the data and get that last chart or that last graph, we took a 50 frame moving average to remove some of the outliers and to remove some of the noise of the EMG sensors. So this is a look at what we did for the EMG or MVC trial. And then for the dynamic trial, we did the exact same thing. We have the frame, the time, the filtered data in microvolts, the rectified, and then the smooth data again. By utilizing this process, we were able to get an accurate look at the muscle activity in the muscle, and then take that data and normalize it to view that as a percentage. While EMG analysis is not something that Buffalo Performance and Analysis currently offers, this is a topic that is extremely interesting to me personally, and hopefully this is something that we can offer in the future. I appreciate your time, and I hope that you enjoyed watching my dashboard breakdown. Thank you.